Yeah, so Lucy and I were just sitting here waiting for the sun, and I'm going to work on this doll for a little bit. I've been working on this doll, but I have a feeling I've been clothing this doll as a female, and I have a sneaky suspicion that it's actually a male, and so I'm going to go about, yeah, changing the outfit while I talk here. I wanted to talk a little about words and climate change. Climate change is funny because I can go out to the ranchers, and I can talk to them about how's it going, you know. Oh, it's really dry this year. It's drier than last year. And I'll say, well, is that climate change? And they'll say, no. The climate's always changing. So it's sort of the terms that we use in science that get people in the normal world, in the everyday world, confused. For example, when you talk about dark matter, boy, I would have never called that term dark matter without light, dark, matter, solid, and it's, we don't know what it is. It's more of a gaseous form. I would have called it space between. It's how we use these terms, and it goes down to one of the terms that I always try never to use in science and with students is collecting samples. Samples are something that we get from nature, and I explained that when we collect samples, a lot of teachers, a lot of educators, they all say, let's go take samples. And I remember in that movie Avatar, they were taking the woman that was hurt through all of these people that were doing this movement, gaining energy, and she said, don't forget to take some samples. That word take is not neutral, it's a threatening word. It's stealing samples. So when we go out to collect samples and we try to find things in nature to go into the classroom, we need to remember to explain to the students, and I have a problem with students because they're actually young professionals. We are training young people for their career and how they approach nature and how they approach the environment. We need to get them out of the textbook, for one. We need to get them out and let them smell the difference of air in the mountains, in the cities, along the rivers. We talk so much about wind energy, and people don't really understand it at all. I had a man explain it to me who lives off the grid near me, and I was just amazed at what he knew and about the wind, and I was just kind of blown away because I'd only thought maybe about wind shadows and upwind, downwind, and hurricanes and such like that. So he gave me a whole understanding of vortexes, and I appreciate now when I look out to see the wind and the tree limbs moving in the wind, that those are little creating and responding to vortexes of nature. So it was a good conversation, and I wish students and young professionals would have had that conversation with somebody who actually was applying it in their lifestyle. Anyway, I wanted to say something about climate change, and it's not the terms, the rollout on this whole thing was, global warming, and then it was climate change, and they weren't neutral terms. They were wake-up terms, and those were the terms we needed to wake people up to some of the catastrophic things that we're going to see in our environment. But as we move forward, what we really need to be talking about is this reality. What are we doing right now? And can we change it? Keep it simple. Terms and people and how we communicate is real important. And I think a lot of students and young professionals get turned off about science by the terms we use. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today about. Be careful with the words you use, like take, when you collect samples. Especially when you're taking your children out and you're fishing and hunting, whether you take a life or if you harvest a life. And that's in a different video. Anyway, enjoy your time. Try to get caught up in the wind and see what I was talking about. Have a good day.